Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tashinga here for those of you who don't know, and if you do know, hey babe, and welcome back. I am currently breaking out along the side of my chin, on the sides of my face, and I thought I'd use this as an opportunity to teach you guys on how to do your full face of makeup, completely full coverage to cover up the acne and the acne scars and still move around the world as a confident woman. Not saying that your acne should make you feel any less confident or anything, but I do know that it's not the greatest feeling to walk around with acne all over your face. So we are going to get right into it. The most important part of a face beat is your prep. And to prep my under eyes to avoid creasing, I'm going to go in with this Abib Collagen eye cream. I really enjoy using this, super thick. I absolutely love the consistency of this product. So I just put a bunch on there and I rub it in. Next, I'm going to go in with the Abib PDRN Retinol Eye Patches. Again, prep is the most important part of your entire face. Before you even think about putting any powders, serums, whatever, make sure that your skin is prepped. So always start on a freshly cleansed face, especially if you are breaking out, because you do not want your products or your brushes to hoard any of the bacteria that is on your face, because then you would just be reinfecting yourself with the acne bacteria. While the eyes are marinating, we're gonna go ahead and prep the entire face. To prep the rest of my face, I love to go in with the Maybelline Grippy Primer. This is 24 hours. I don't think a face is a face if it does not stay on the whole day. This is in the form of a serum that is infused in skincare, and because I am a skincare fanatic as well, I absolutely love it when makeup corporations take into consideration people's skin when these products are being formulated. And I tell you that this product grips, believe me, it grips. It creates such a beautiful base for the product to stick on, which again is very crucial to a long-lasting face beat, which is what I hope you guys are trying to achieve by watching this video. Grip! I double prime all the time, and for that I go in with my Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless Primer. I love this primer because I just feel like it makes the makeup last all day and leaves it super matte. You can skip this step. This isn't really important in terms of covering up the acne, but if you do have oily skin, I do suggest that you go in with a gripping matte primer and a primer that's going to help mattify everything so that your makeup A, does not move, and B, no oils are penetrating through the makeup during the day and causing more bacteria to flow within the acne and the makeup and the brushes and all that stuff. You just want to avoid as much bacteria as possible when you are doing this routine on active acne. While your primer is setting, go ahead and do your brows. I'm going to do my brows off camera. However, if you would like for me to do a makeup tutorial where I teach you from A to Z how to do your entire face, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to make a video like that for you. We're going to move on to the next steps. This is where I go ahead and I remove the eye patches, which is kind of scary looking because it does have the indentations of the pattern of the eye patches, but don't worry too much about that. The next step is color correction, which is super big if you are breaking out, because when you have acne, acne is 3D, right? So no makeup tutorial is gonna make your 3D acne flat, but you can conceal it. So I like to go in with color corrector. I use this color corrector by Kiss New York in the shade Mocha. This has a neutral undertone, and I go in with my L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour More Than Concealer. This is in the shade Honey. For my under eyes, I go in with the skin tint. You can use whatever brush you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and use a flat brush and just put that underneath my eyes. As you can see, it's already sort of neutralizing the shade of my under eyes as compared to the rest of my skin tone. You just want to pat that on there and leave it on there while you do the rest of your face, just so that it can get tacky, and it needs more time because this is not a concealer, it is a skin tint. For the rest of my face, I'm going to take the skin tint and put quite a little bit on there, and I'm going to mix this with my concealer. Concealer has more coverage, and that's exactly what we want when we want to cover up our acne scars. So I'm just going to take that and mix that on the back of my hand. Makeup is really like art, because you will become a Picasso. So everywhere that has acne or hyperpigmentation, in my case, it's my whole face. So I am going to be using a lot of makeup in this video. If that does not sit right with you, babe, now is the time for you to click off, because we are going to put layers of makeup on my face. So you just want to pat it on there and then just leave it on, because it needs to get as tacky as possible for you to get the best coverage and the best results. So I usually go over the areas that I feel most insecure about, which is usually around my chin and around my mouth area, because the acne that I get there, or anywhere really gets super dark, and that area is already significantly darker than the rest of my face. Do this as well if there's redness on your face. You're gonna see that this is gonna make such a big difference. I love to go in on my forehead as well. So I like to fan it so that it gets drier quickly. Do this if you have somewhere to be. I'm gonna go ahead and take a beauty blender, not a brush, for this step. I'm going to start under my eyes because that is the first product that we put on, and it should have gotten a bit tacky. And if you just look at that result, I mean, it looks like I sleep 10 hours every night, and I don't sleep 10 hours every night. Just goes to show how great this is for color correcting, because it does give you the correction that you need. You know what I'm saying? It's not overly like, whoa, that's so crazy. It gives you just the right amount of coverage and makes it look like it's your skin tone, which is what you want, especially for underneath your eyes. Tinted moisturizers also tend to be a bit thinner in consistency than concealers and color correctors, because they are tinted moisturizers, so they want it to be as close to your skin as possible. So when you put that underneath your eyes, it doesn't get too thick, so it doesn't leave a lot of room for creasing, which is also something that you want to avoid. With the same beauty blender, just go ahead and blend out the concealer that you put on your face mixed in with the tinted moisturizer. This looks scary. We're gonna fix it. Trust the process. Isn't that so cool? Like, I know I look crazy right now, and my whole face is 100 different shades, but you cannot see any of my hyperpigmentation right now. And that's exactly what we're going for, especially if you have a lot of it. This is gonna blur out your acne unless someone is coming like this close to your face, which is like, you're a pervert. What are you doing so close to my face? Now you want to go ahead and take a pressed powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 330, which is Toffee Caramel. I like to go in with this and just set the product that's on my face so far. I go in with my beauty puff. I don't go in with a lot of product, just a little bit, because we are going to be packing a lot of product on our face right now, and you don't want your face to look cakey at the end of it all. So try your best to set as you go. Go in with a powder brush. I use this one from Sephora. This is in the Sephora collection. You can use any powdered brush that you want, just to take off the excess powder on your face, which again is very important. You don't want your face to look cakey. That's not the look that we're going for. Now you want a really good base product that has good coverage but is not too heavy on your skin, and for me that is the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder. This is my favorite base product on earth. Okay, I am in the shade 10. This is my summer shade. In the winter I do transition to a 9.5 because I lose my tan, and because there's already so much product on your face, don't be too heavy-handed when you're putting this on. Go in with a dense brush. This is from the Sephora collection as well. Just lightly pat the product onto your face. I just love the finish and how this looks like when there's no hyperpigmentation peeking through, which tends to be a problem when you have an active breakout. You're gonna go ahead and take a beauty blender just to lightly pat off the excess product if you did go ham like me. And because of the first layer that we put on, you will still have an adequate amount of product left on your face and coverage as well. When you do this, it does take away some of the coverage, but the previous step that we did ensures that your face stays even tone. Next, I go in with my Fenty Beauty Contour Matchstick. This is in the shade Ebony. I love this matchstick so much, and this is what I'm going to use just to carve out my face and make everything look unanimous, because right now you can't see a little bit of gaps on the face, which is not supposed to look like that. So just take that, put that on your forehead, because we're about to sculpt our faces. For my nose contour, I take a flat brush and I carve out my nose contour just to get a super accurate nose contour, because I feel like the nose contour really makes or breaks how your makeup looks, and using a flat brush that is thin just helps you control the outcome of your nose contour. This is a skinny nose. You want to go ahead and blend the contour on your forehead into your hairline so that there isn't a really major demarcation from the product and your hair. Not too much, just a little bit. Just coat the hairline a teeny bit. You should still be able to see the tiny strands of hair that are by your hairline. In the areas where you have acne, you want to be gentle because it hurts a lot. So don't like gently tap and diffuse the product into your neck, especially if you're like me, you've got acne in your neck, on your chin right now. Gently diffuse it down onto your neck so that you don't hurt yourself. Turn your brush to the side and then just gently diffuse the cream alongside your nose and into your brow bone to achieve a perfect blend. It should look like that. That looks beautiful. To conceal your face, go back in with your concealer. You can use a different one for this step, but I am just going to use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Concealer. And I'm not going to put on a lot of concealer underneath my eyes, just a little bit, because I don't have a lot of discoloration that has to be fixed. I already did that in the beginning. A little bit of concealer in between the contour that you did for your nose contour, a bit on my chin, and literally a little bit on my forehead. You want to leave your concealer for a few minutes just so that it can get super tacky. That way the little bit of concealer that we put on our face is going to go a super long way. Start off by blending out the concealer on your chin. Try to use a super dense brush for this step. I use this brush from the Sephora line. They all come in a pack and they are super affordable. It's like $35 for 5 really good brushes. Then bring what's left over on the brush around and put it on top of your lip and your cupid's bow, just to highlight that area. Then blend the concealer that is on your forehead Start around the edges first because this gives it a nice transition into the contour that we did earlier. Then bring down the brush in tapping motions, and you're going to blend in the nose contour with taps. I like to bring my brush together like this just so that I get a really clean blend of that nose contour. And I just tap gently in a straight line following the shape of the concealer so that my nose contour is clean. I care a lot about my nose contour. This might not be your hill, but this is mine. If you want, you can even go in a little bit with your finger just to get some of that excess product off. Just like that. Ooh, it diffuses it so beautifully. Finally, we are going to blend out the under eye. I leave this for last because I need the product to be super tacky when I am blending it out. I always start on the edge of the concealer placement. This just gives me a perfect fade into the products that are already on the skin. Just tap that going out. To avoid creasing, tilt your head down and look up at the mirror so that you're not placing and blending the product into the crease. There's somewhat like a straight, smooth surface for you to blend out your concealer. When you're done blending out the concealer underneath your eyes, it should look structured and straight, just like this. And then the excess product that's left on the brush, you can just put it underneath where you placed the contour the first time, just to achieve a super chiseled look. I love to do this because it makes me look like I have the sharpest cheekbones known to man, even though I have none because I do have a super round face. But that's the part of makeup. You can create any face, any illusion that you want to. Just look at it. Hello? You can create any illusion that you want to create, and that's why I love it so much. If you prefer a super bright under eye, you can skip this step. However, if you want to dim down the product underneath your eyes or on your face a little bit more, go ahead and take a beauty blender. And I'm just going to start by dimming out the concealer that's on my forehead and sort of more around the edges because I want it to blend seamlessly with the rest of the products that are on my face. And as you can see, guys, I always do my cream products first and then I go in with my powdered products. We haven't even arrived at powdered, but you cannot tell me that I have hyperpigmentation right now. The power of layering makeup, I'm telling you. I'll go ahead on my chin just to remove more excess product. I always leave my eyes for last because I want that to really get the most product that it can before I mute it. I go lightly over my nose contour because I love a sharp nose contour. Kill me, shoot me. I love when my nose contour is like, yo, wow. Yes, she went to go get her nose done. Those are the rumors that I want circulating about me when it comes to my nose. And underneath your eyes, just go ahead and take the beauty blender and blend that into your eyelid almost. And just lightly tap around where the rest of the product is. You should not be seeing a crazy difference because we did. Oh, that looks beautiful. That looks gorgeous. Tell me it doesn't look nice. Oh wait, if you do, you are a liar. You should not see a crazy discoloration difference because we did go ham during the color correction phase, just to ensure that everything looks seamless in terms of the color. Gentle taps, you should not be going insane over here. You want to go in where you have creases too, just to get the excess product. This looks beautiful. This base looks beautiful already. Oh my gosh. I'll just go in again with another beauty blender just to mute the rest of the product on my skin which is my foundation, because I don't want it to be oily while I'm doing the rest of my face, or like I don't want oil to start building up a lot. I usually just leave this line for when I'm doing the blending at the end, because I don't want it to fade away too much. This is so beautiful. Wow, I don't know if the camera's picking up exactly what I'm seeing in the mirror, but I am blown away by my skill once again. We're gonna go ahead and take our blush. I use the Juvia's Place Cream Blush, and I use the shade Very Berry. As you can see, this is hella pigmented. I started using this blush a few weeks ago, and I take it easy. I recommend that you guys take it easy, because this blush is not, wow, it's not a joke. This is a very serious blush, okay? So I take paper towel all the time so that I can put this on and then dab a little bit on the paper towel. But for the sake of showing you guys how powerful this product is, I'm gonna go straight onto my face with the product. And you just wanna lightly dab it. Do you see? That's a few dabs. This is madness. Madness, I tell you. Just lightly dab that where you want your blush to be placed. Then this is the time when you reach for the paper towel, and we are going to be blending it out. Hey, this is a strong blush. Jesus. This is what I do. I'm not hiding any steps from you guys. And I get almost all of the blush off. Then that's when I go in and I start to blend it out. After you blend your blush out, you should be looking like this. Your face is currently cream galore, okay? And we need to start setting things up pretty quickly, because you don't want it to solidify as a cream. Okay, creams don't solidify, but you don't want your products to start meshing together too quickly. I'm going to take my NARS bronzing powder. This is in the shade Laguna 08. I'm going to take the Sephora brush in number 4. This is the blush and contour brush. I use this for my powdered bronzer only, and I just like to get a whole bunch of product on there, tap it off, and I'm gonna place that over my blush. It might sound crazy, like counterintuitive, like why are we not putting powdered blush over the cream blush? Just give me a second. Let me cook, okay? Okay. This is good. It also really deepens the blush, which I really like. I do it again on the other side. You can be messy with this part. Don't be too messy, but also you don't have to worry too much about like, oh, no, you can be messy for this part, because we're gonna clean it up with the powder. Then I go in over the contour that we put on our foreheads in the beginning. It brings color back to your face, which is what we want. Now take a fluffy brush, a small one, like one for the eyes. I like a brush like this because that's what helps me define my That's what helps me define my nose contour on the sides. And I just go in with the brush just like that and into my brow the same way that we did with the contour. And this is where you really get to define the contour a bit more. I'm using the same powder that I used in the beginning. This is the Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless powder. Again, in the shade 330, also known as Toffee Caramel. I'm going to take a bunch of product, like a lot. Pat that on. Dab it off a few times and we're going to press it under the eye. So I like to go in with a beauty blender, stretch your face, and then you're going to pat under there to remove all creases, okay? you're blending your powder from underneath your eyes, blend it towards the nose contour. This is just how I do it because you don't want all of the other powders on the face and all the other colors to go to the concealer. That is not cute at all. Now you're gonna go ahead and take a powdered blush. I used this one that I got from a Chinese store. I haven't gotten around to buying anything that I can recommend to you guys yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a big fluffy brush, get some product on there, and I'm just gonna do a cute little, just put that blush on my cheek. Alright, beautiful, 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 beautiful. This is my base routine for when I am breaking out with acne. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face, which is just my waterline and my lip, and I'll be back to show you the complete look. And if you're following along, let me know how easy or difficult this was. Okay, after you've done your lips and your eyes, you need to set your face. I'm pretty happy with how this came out. I'm happy to see that you cannot pick up any hyperpigmentation from underneath the makeup, which was the ultimate goal. And like I said in the beginning of the video, acne is 3D. No amount of makeup you put on your face is going to make your acne flat, but you can hide the appearance of the scarring, the hyperpigmentation, if you do your makeup correctly. To set my face, I'm going to go in with the One Size On Till Dawn setting spray. This is the setting spray that I've been using since I came here. You need to shake it well, otherwise you're gonna get the powder that is on it. This is a mattifying setting spray. I've been loving the super matty look lately. And you want to spray it as an X, a T, and an O. I will say you need to hold your breath before you spray this because you will choke if you inhale, okay? If any powder from the setting spray did get onto your face, just take your big powder brush and gently brush it away. This is the final look, you guys. Please let me know if you would like more makeup tutorials. I am so happy to give them to you. And yeah, I think we achieved the goal of this video, which was to hide all the hyperpigmentation and all the acne scarring that was on my face. And this is what we achieved. I'm proud of it. And if you followed along, let me know if it works for you. If you tried this tutorial out, let me know in the comments if it did its big one, like mine did its big one. And if there were any steps that were confusing for you to follow, let me know. I can always make a video to make it easier for you to digest and apply when you're doing your makeup. If you would also like a drugstore version of this look, let me know and I'll make one for you. And I will see you next Friday for FaceTime Fridays, which is a segment on my YouTube channel where we do all things beauty related, like we're on FaceTime. I'll see you guys in the next one.